Welcome back, everyone. We continue our city spotlight on Grenada, a town that is rich in history, and in it is a 300-acre swamp that is just 5 minutes from the downtown area. I spoke with a woman who saved it from being logged.
It looks like kind of crazy. It's Chakchihuma. So, Chakchihuma.
I'll tell you about the name of this swamp in just a moment, but first, it's important to tell you how it became what it is today.
When I came downtown and I began to walk around, I discovered that there was a big wetland just north of our downtown.
Robin Whitfield is a Mississippi native, but said her hometown of Clinton is more of an urban area. She then went to college in the Delta, an area mostly made up of farmland. So this discovery was something she had never seen before.
I would walk here every day from where I lived, and for me, it was just like entering a magic world. I would see just, in a sense, a curtain of green.
As an artist, this new atmosphere captivated her creative juices and eventually became her natural studio. But what this area looks like today did not look like what it did just a few years ago.
In the meantime, I was also telling enough people about it that they wanted to come and help me pick up the trash that was being dumped here and other things. I realized the city owned the property.
That means 300 acres belonged to Grenada, but Whitfield wanted it to become more than what it was. City leaders allowed her and others to form a friends group.
We ended up naming this area, which did not have a name, Chakchihuma Swamp, Chakchihuma after the native people who lived here. It means red crawfish people.
For many years, Whitfield and her friends enjoyed the swamp. They made trails, hosted events, and cleaned it up, but that changed in 2016.
I showed up with my painting kit, pulled up, and saw pink tape.
She said she could not believe that there was a possibility her sanctuary could be torn down.
Sure enough, after I, went down to our city hall and talked to them, they had decided to cut all of their property, not just this property, for much needed funding.
But Whitfield would not let that happen without a fight. City leaders allowed her to speak to them during public hearings and asked if she proposed a solution.
I called everyone there was to call, from the Nature Conservancy to the Army Corps of Engineers to, of course, our state Fish and Wildlife, anybody I thought that could advise or help.
Finally, she was able to come up with a solution, and it's one of many that allows you to connect with the swamp.
Oh, gosh, I think I could find people to adopt trees for their timber value and leave them standing.
Finally, a solution, but Whitfield said it wasn't as easy as it sounds.
The city did reject the timber bids that came in, largely because they weren't as much as the city was wanting. But they knew there was another idea in the works, too.
Of course, other bumps in the road happened, but Whitfield and the board that formed did not give up. Today, Chakchihuma Swamp remains in what is now Lee Tartan Nature Preserve. A foundation that helped save this wetland and the community agreed to name it after a Grenada native and agent with the Mississippi Bureau of Narcotics who died in the line of duty. The large wetland and its trails provide a place for residents in Grenada or tourists to get outside.
This is here open every day of the year from dawn until dusk, and you can sit here quietly and see amazing things.
And if you're looking for something to do for Halloween, come on out to Chakchihuma Swamp or the Lee Tartan Nature Preserve on October 29th and 30th for their Dragon Spirits of Lee Tartan Nature Preserve event. It will include a horse and buggy ride, live animals, art, and just so much more on the trails. Now for ticket information, head on over to WTVA.com and it will direct you to their website.